there, Abby. Welcome back to another session of Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. In the previous session, we are continuing our case to defend by fate from being convicted of murder. We are up to day 2 of the trial. We have a number of evidence that points us to various to the strong possibility of there being more than just Maya and the now deceased Turner Gray. When we last left off, we were in the middle of investigating, trying to find clues. We investigated Maya's sister, Pearl. Maya's sister Pearl, and we know she's innocent, we know what she's done, and it actually did point to a couple clues. We wrapped up talking with Lotta Hart, who gave us information about a clinic. The clinic of the now deceased Gray, to try to find clues to try to break another psych lock related to it's related to Eeny Miny. So that is where we left off on, and as always, questionable voice acting. Anyway, let's get to this clinic and see what's up. June 21st, Hottie Clinic reception. So this is where Edie was hospitalized. Oh, that's a face. Also, questionable dental hygiene. Yes, I had to visit a patient. Yes, are you the doctor here? Yes, I'm Director Hottie. Oh. I didn't think it was words. I didn't think I'd be speaking to the director himself. A questionable scratching. That is true. Also, you're indeed firstborn. I sort of glossed over when I was trying to get this controller back where it's supposed to be. Yeah, so what can I help you with? I'd like to ask you a few questions about Miss Eeny Miny. Miss Miny? Miss Eeny Miny? Yes. Oh, her. That's too bad. I'll tell you something. That girl left here a long time ago. Here you are. Here you are, sir. Yeah. You know you shouldn't be up and about. Come on, it's back to the room view. Sweetums, calm down, calm down. Don't be so harsh to an old man like me. Don't you dare start the Sweetums sleep with me. You don't behave, you'll get yourself thrown out of this hospital. Well, I didn't think nurses could be this direct or forceful toward the boss. Come now, be a good boy and give me the director's white lab coat. Okay, I got it. Yes. ... Yes. So, yes, me. Who in the world are you? I'm Director Hottie. Ho ho. ... The nurse went out somewhere. Early in humanity, only person I can't talk to is this guy. Oh boy. Excuse me while I look around first before I question this individual. This must be the waiting area. It's got the feeling of one and their syllabus lined up. But I don't see that many automated patients. Yes, well, it's the quality, not quantity that helps, On the road did I have to deal with anything? Wonder what that door went down their heads up, these two. Oh, that's the X-ray room. Yes. How'd you know what I was thinking? Yes, well, it's because that's the X-ray room. Yes. I'm very precarious about this guy, because I know it's not me. This patient's undergoing rehabilitation. And look at the strained face twisting in all those ways. Not really sweat, Still body swaying back and forth, wobble wobble like he's about to fall. Yes. Just kind of to my mouth, like damn, just explain things here. Well, sorry. Yes. Anything else? It connects to reception desk, but does it look like there's anyone at the counter? On the walls, this mumps words to the wise. Do something in vain, and your only reward is tiredness. Not exactly the best thing to be telling your patients, is it? No. Anything else of notes? Oh. Alright, fine. Before I do that. What's this? I'm a lawyer. Right now I'm investigating a murder. Yes. What's your angry face? Violence is the answer. Yes. Trials tomorrow and I would really like some information from you. Is that right? Well, you know, I think I could let you in a little secret. What's that? I'm not the real director. Nani, are you kidding? Anyone have a fly's brand new that? What do you mean? Do I have to explain this to him? Hold on, no, give me something, real information, okay? Nani? I'm actually this clinic's... What? He's not the real director? I know, like gasp. I mean, a go-to would have fooled me, though, honestly. I'm like this place's walking dictionpedia. You mean walking encyclopedia? Yeah, that. And my specialty is in Young's. Not going there. It's something I don't know about them, but I get embarrassed talking about it. Yeah, how about you keep that kind of information to yourself? Anyway, you want to know about little Miss Eeny Mighty, right? Little Miss Eeny Mighty? I'm not going there. I'm not going there, but I had to talk to you because you're the only one that I can talk to, so... So, what exactly do you treat at this clinic? Yeah, so we treat all sorts of stuff. Doctor, clinical stuff. Yes. Doctory, clinical stuff? Well, I don't know. I don't actually know or particularly care about those details. Yeah, where is that look for? Wait. Oh, there's a really big general hospital around that corner. Yes. When they kind of common area, when they move some of the patients here, Do surgeries here, right? Yes, we do some plastic surgeries here, it seems. Seems? Yeah, it seems that way. Right. Okay, tell me what you know about Eeny Mighty. Yes, I'll get to that. Trust me, I will. That's right. That girl, she was transferred here from the general hospital. That was, yeah, a year ago. She was one of those emergency cases. What was she out with? Ill? No. She was injured, not ill. With my trained eye, I could see. Yes, I could see it was a huge wound at that. Huge injury. Her body was wrapped around and round in bandages and her arm was in a cast. That was pretty severe, right? It was an accident. They're scary, right? Cars, yes. Car? You mean it was a traffic accident? Yep, that's what gave her the terrible injuries. I swore it was in the papers. Yes, I looked all up. I did. It was terrible. Yes. Did I even ask what is wrong with this old guy? Just now, you mentioned something about a big operation. Are you talking about Miss Eni's operation? Yes, Miss Eni's. That was one heck of an accident. Yes, her whole face was burned like bad toast. It was bad, real bad. Was it really that bad? It was a good thing that Miss Eni had a picture of herself. Or that picture was how they put her face back together. Ew. Picture? That girl, she just got her license. So she happened to have a license plate on her. Yes. No. So, see, I got her picture as a way to remember her. Well, more like, swiped. Breach of ethics? Oh, wait. And Nani? What? Pretty girl like her? I bet she has lots of pictures of herself. Sure. It's a treasure. My treasure. My precious. What happens to the actual license itself? Who knows? I didn't bother to ask. It probably got all burned up along with the car. Yes. The fact that you have her license is sus, but it's evidence. Questionable evidence of that. Also more hydrating. So you looked up information on Eni's accident, correct? Yep, sure did. Yes. I read every paper that covered it at the time. What accident was it? Do you remember? Yes. Hold on. I'll get it to you. The article I mean. Huh? You have it? Sometimes it's just better not to ask questions about how to go to while he's also missing 5 other teeth. I mean, that too, but the go-to stands out. Well. Don't get me wrong, I thought something like this might come up, so... Obsessed to the max, but... I bet I could learn about how to stay on a leaf from this guy. Ah, here we go. Yes. According to this, Miss Eni was in the passenger seat. The passenger seat, huh? And dozing, or so it says. A strong jolt woke her up, and the next minute a sea of fire was all around her. Miss Eni found the door, finally got open, and someone managed to get away. Anyway, you can read all the details in the article. Yes. Okay, I knew so. I should probably look this over. It's been half a year since Miss Eni had her surgery and got better. She was discharged sometime in December last year. It's already been half a year, huh? Yeah, so how was I? I was a real help, wasn't I? Yes. Actually, yes. Thank you very much. Yes. Well then, I'll be getting back to my room then. Tell Miss Eni I said hi. Yes. It's time for me to leave too. Yes. Okay, it's definitely time to leave. I don't know why. I pictured that one trainer dude from Yakuza 0 that goes like, "Hey, boy," and just wreck with it. Right, article. I mean, hey, that's sus, but lost over it, didn't I? May 24th, Highway Nightmares. Late last night, two women's cars crashed into a highway center divide. One of the women was not able to escape the fleeing wreck and died at the site. Outgoing investigation revealed the driver has fallen asleep at the wheel. Miss Eeny Miny Ho's interview about crash. I was like totally tired and I dropped off to sleep. Then there was this crash and I woke up to this huge sea of flames. I was like still half asleep, but I opened the right door and I got out. I don't like remember anything else. Doctor lurking in the shadows. If Miss Eeny Miny is to be believed, the one driving the car was her sister, Mimi Miny. Mimi Miny was a nurse at Gray Surgical Clinic where 14 patients were actually overdosed or death. Mere coincidence? Wait, was that the evidence or was that... Or was that updated? I think it was updated information I looked at, yeah. Well, evidence is evidence, I guess. Hey, so how was it? Did you go to the clinic? Yeah, I found out a few things, I guess. And what's the matter? You ain't looking so well. I think that's it. I think that was... I think I got the voices mixed up. Oh well. Oh yeah, so earlier that old granny called the cops. Huh? Cops? Why would Mark call the police? She says he has something to tell them. Things are getting interesting. Yeah, but honestly, I tell ya, that granny sure got her bloomers to the knot. Well, I guess you can put it that way. It always starts to smell, you know? Stealing the master seat, controlling the village folk. And now you see what it turned into. A murder, that's what. Yeah, it's what a mess. Nani? Hold on. Nani? That stuff you were just talking about. That's the first I've heard of it. Really? Well, it's how news to everyone else in the world. Well, excuse me for not keeping up with the gossip while I'm busy saving people. You said something about stealing the master's seat? Yep. Right now, the master is this medium named Missy Faye, but... the one that was really supposed to be the master was that old granny. Morgan was supposed to become the master? Do you know where Eeny is, Lotta? Yeah, I saw her not too long ago. She was hanging around the garden in the middle. Okay, thanks. You got something to ask her? Yeah, I've got a whole list of things only she can clear up for me. First, this master. So I hear the master's always been the eldest daughter. The eldest daughter? Turns out that old bad is Missy Faye's older sister. No. They say the older sister is usually the one with more spiritual power. Come to think of it, I said the same thing a long time ago. She warned me not to take Mia's powers lightly. Well, anyway. Somehow Granddad lost to her younger sister, Misty. I see. This made the townfolk turn against her, so I hear. Said all sorts of things too, like she's the oldest and yet she doesn't have the power to be the next master. Disgraceful. Oh, I had no idea. So, what would have happened had Morgan been stronger? Maya's family would have been the Brown family, I reckon. But don't really need a shore, right? Yeah, I don't think I do. Right. I'm guessing Amy's supposed to talk to you now. If she's still here. Hey, like, I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah. Okay, I think I have enough to finally unlock your secret. Like, what's with that scary look on your face? Don't mind me, just gonna save the game real quick. Okay, I guess I'd rather just do the rock atomic thing. Right. Alright, tell me about the trap bag accident. Huh? Like, whose accident? Your sister's accident, naturally. Yeah. So, like, I let the gray guy named my sister fall asleep. And, like, that's all I had to say about that. And you just asked whose accident. Which means... Right, I remember voicing on this before. Certain other person's accident. Take that. I want to ask you about your own car accident. Me? Yes. So, well, like, how strange. I have, like, no idea what you're talking about. Can you, like, prove I was in, like, an accident? I have this. Take that. Would you take a look at this? It's a newspaper article from a year ago. It says Miss Eenie Miney holds an interview about crash. Yeah. He suffered a very bad injury and had to be admitted to a hospital, correct? Like, wait. What now? That's not me. And Nani? I mean, like, this person has, like, the same name, but she's totally not me. My name, Eenie Miney, is, like, pretty common. I don't know what he's babbling about. Your sister's name, Mimi Miney's in there, too. Like, totally, wow. What a scary coincidence. I'm totally getting, like, goosebumps. Think I'm gonna let you get away with that? So, like, now what? I mean, wouldn't I just be, I'm showing you this again? No. Okay. Do I have anything that totally says you are hospitalized? No, take that. And this is your proof. Like, what's that picture supposed to mean? I got this from the hospital who you're hospitalized at. Nani? So? There was a certain patient there, he's quite a fan. As a memento of your stay, he still is. I have to say, this photo looks like you. That creepy fake director. Now, are you ready to tell me about the accident? Like, wait a sec. Okay, so, like, I was in an accident, sure. But that's, like, totally not related to this murder. Actually, it is. Look at this article. It says that one of the women died, correct? And that woman who died, who do you suppose they mean? Do you suppose the woman who died in the accident could be... Take that. For a second, I was gonna think the other way around. For some reason. I believe it was your sister, Mimi Miney. Mimi? You're running in your sister's car while she drove. The two of you were together when your accident occurred, making it one and the same. At least that was more straightforward than the whole ball and the other stuff. Right. Yeah, I was riding. Riding in that car. My sister. We were, like, on our way home.
And his name is John C.
And like, John Cena was in the passenger seat. I mean, here, Rebel. You're enough first today, because ball's first. You're a second. I was riding in the passenger seat when I fell asleep. And then it happened. At the time, I grabbed my purse and escaped from the passenger side door. And your sister? I, like, couldn't do anything. Car was full of smoke. I couldn't see anything. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Did Dr. Gray really cause that accident by drugging your sister with sleeping pills? Like, he was totally out to get my sister. He totally did that to, like, pay my sister back. No wonder. This does give me a good reason to want to murder Dr. Gray. It seems simple, doesn't it? What do you mean? But it wouldn't be very hard to catch me. Actually, I'd say impossible. Naughty. I think you get the picture. I'm gonna serve you a slice of humble pie. I hope you enjoy it. Ha ha ha. Yeah, we said there's a certain possibility that could be multiple people that were in the challenge chamber. And we're trying to prove that. Yeah. I mean, we're Phoenix Wright, of course, we believe our defendant's innocent, but stuff doesn't make sense. Especially knowing that both Mimi and Mimi Miney were both in that car. It's sort of connecting some loose ends. Looks like something's up. Stop. Leave my mother alone. Ow. Hey, hold on, okay, pal? I'm not gonna hurt. Girl, dear, it's perfectly alright. I will be out for a short while with this young man. Mother, please, let me go too. You know, you must stay here and protect the manor. But... oh, don't make that face. Hey, I'll tell you what. I'll show you something cool. Here, look, it's a real... detective. Do not upset me further. Sorry. I mean, sorry. Poor Gumshoe, being dragged off by the ear like that by Morgan. Yeah, that's gonna sting. Matter. We'll take recession. I will say, probably not a really good thing to be dragged by ear by an hour late to occur, but you do you, I guess, Kamshu. Letter. This never happened before. Girls? Mr. Nick. I have a really bad feeling that I can't shake. I think something really bad's gonna happen. I'm scared. I'm really scared, Mr. Nick. Say something, Phoenix.
Ooh.
Ooh, I mean anything. I'm terrible at this. Mr. Nick, what about Mystic Maya? She'll be alright. I think I gathered enough evidence. Mystic Maya? She must feel all alone. Please, Mr. Nick, go visit her. But I can't just leave you here all alone either. I'll be fine.
Hey, yo.
Also, role plays. Mystic, please. Mystic Maya needs you by her side. Man, her stare's really piercing. Ugh. Alright. Answers, bro. $6:38 p.m. Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Kept me waiting, Phoenix. Mia. So, how are the preparations? I think I have enough evidence information now, I think. Everything will be on your shoulders tomorrow. Whether Maya's found guilty or innocent, it's a heavy weight to bear. If memory serves, Mia had a few psych locks of her own. Mia, I'm ready to unlock the last piece of information I need now. Sure, I welcome you to try. First, questions. Mia? Yes? You know something, don't you? About the real murder, I mean. Eh? Why, do you think so? It's really trying at times to be able to see other people's secrets. It looks like it's time for you to explain your reasoning. Right. A battle of wits against Mia. Dude. Okay, other questions first, I guess. There's still a whole slew of questions for you to answer before the trial tomorrow. You mean like how did the real murder get into the room and kill Dr. Gray? Yes. Also, when did the murderer enter the channeling chamber? You guys were all standing around in front of the room after the channeling started. Which means that the murderer must have gone into that room before the channeling. And that's what I think in any case. But Maya's already said Maya already said there wasn't anyone else in there. That's true. But if we can't figure out the murderer's movements, we're stuck like a beached whale. I never thought I'd see to say. Are you actually asking me about spirit channeling? Well, this case is all about spirit channeling. And I feel like if I don't understand a thing about it, well, that's only natural. After all, spirit channeling isn't exactly an everyday thing now, is it? Yeah, I guess you're right. The power to change your physical appearance into the person you're calling was something our ancestor, Mystic Amy Faye, acquired. Heard that name before. The Faye family was originally a family known for its service to the gods. When Mystic Amy was born, she was given a certain fate to her name. Because, you see, she was named after one of the Buddhas of Buddhism. Taba? To this day, her soul is still sealed in the current sacred urn. It usually sits in the binding way and has her name written on it. Right. Oh, come on, Phoenix. It's just a fairy tale. Are you saying that me being able to see is just a fairy tale too? Right. Reported. Not sure. Now, I thought I could ask her about Amy Faye. I guess if it's not spiritual, it's not gonna work, I guess. No. Alright, I guess actual, figuring out this lock, I guess. The murderer. Phoenix. You think I'm hiding information about someone from you? Isn't that right? Yes. Alright then. Tell me who you think I'm protecting. Maya? Phoenix, don't let me down like this. Okay, if it's not Maya. I guess especially Strix today. You're protecting Morgan? Like that? Morgan Faye, of course. There's no one else you would protect like this, Mia. Well done, Bet. While the murder was being committed, Mayan was already outside with everyone else. Which means she already has an alibi. That's true. Only some evidence that would cast suspicion onto my aunts. Cloth scrap, of course. Take that. The proof is this piece of cloth. Dot dot dot. I found it in the incinerator near the winding way. It's the same material as Maya's costume, except for the splotch of blood. You mean it's from Maya's costume that she was wearing at the time of the murder? Yes. But when Maya was arrested, she was wearing her costume. That just means someone changed her clothes. Changed her clothes? But why? I don't know why. But there's only one person who could have done that. The one person who was taking care of Maya, my aunt. That look mean. Your argument's too flimsy. Donnie? You have no proof that this piece of cloth is actually from Maya's costume. But it's blood. And you know whose blood that is at this point in time? You don't, do you? Do you have any proof this piece of cloth is from Maya's costume? Okay, that was gonna be the obvious. Can't pin my aunt as the murderer for one piece of evidence alone. Do you have any proof the piece of cloth from Maya's costume? No. Do I have proof? I probably have to back up, I think, and try to find Morgan, I guess. I don't think I had the proof. Yep. Came here by accident. Unless I do, in which case I'm just being a massive derp, which can also be a possibility. Anything new here? No. Again, possibility I'm just being a massive derp, and I do have the evidence I need. I will figure this out eventually. I think I'm pretty sure I might have what I need. I'm just, again, I'm probably just derping about. Figure I haven't shown you this, have I? Well. Guess as good as mine. Okay, I can't show pro anything. Got it. I mean, I'll take the damage of the chain for what I've done, but... Oh, duh, the key. I think. We have to go just this song and dance again. Right, Morgan. Cloth. This may not mean anything, but doesn't that photo show a gun? Is it a knife that the thing that's bloodied? I mean, I know the autopsy reports say that. I know the autopsy report said that she was stabbed. That Gray was stabbed and shot. I mean, at this point, I really have much to do, do I? No. Have any proof the piece of cloth is from Maya's costume? I mean, I had to reset if I lose all my life points, so. Take that. I think this is a proof you're looking for. Key to the channeling chamber, huh? At the beginning of the channeling, Maya had possession of this key. And yet, somehow, it magically ended up in the incinerator in the center garden, which I forgot. You're right. And this is what Maya told me. While I was channeling, the key was sitting inside my sleeve. And both this key and the piece of cloth were found inside the incinerator. Which means that this piece of cloth was a part of Maya's costume. It would certainly seem that way. Someone changed her into a different set of clothes, and then burned the costume she was wearing in the incinerator. There's only one person who could have done that. The one person who was taking care of Maya, my aunt. Exactly. I keep forgetting that Hawk exists. You did very well, Phoenix. Thank you. As long as you have those two pieces of evidence, you can cast suspicion on my aunt. However, like I said in the beginning, my aunt has an alibi. Yeah, she was with us the whole time. Here's my final question. You don't have to present solid proof of this for me. But I want you to know, if my aunt is the culprit, then how did she commit the murder? How she did, huh? I want to hear your thoughts. In order for my aunt to murder Dr. Gray, who or what did she need? Who or what did she need? Is this where you eat the box? No. Let's things out now. So why my aunt could have done it herself. So thinking logically, where does that leave you? Should be easy for you to figure out. Of course, that sounds me. Well, it's either I do this or I reset it. We have to delete all this evidence again, but... Who or what does she need? Obviously Patsy Man. No, Eeny Miny? Eeny Miny. She's the answer to the final question. Which means that my aunt and Eeny Miny were in cahoots. At least I restored like everything I lost for trying to figure the question out. Something's been bothering me all this time. This crime is something no normal person could carry out. The person who would have to know a lot about the matter and the village itself to do this. I'm not gonna save load. We'll manage. I mean, we have the power to save a load. We'll manage somehow. But Morgan already has an alibi. Yes, which is why I can't figure out how it was done. We can assume that Eeny Miny's involved somehow. But we have one big problem on our hands. A problem with what? We don't have a motive. But why would Morgan want to kill Dr. Gray? Why would she have to? Also, we don't really know for sure that she was cooperating with Eeny. He doesn't have a clue either, huh? Hmm. And then there's only one possibility. And Nani? Think about it, Phoenix. Why would my aunt do something like this? And why would she do it in such an underhanded fashion? Because... Mother. She's the one who holds the keys to this. Whose mother? Mine? Don't be silly. Mine, of course. Missy Faye. Mia and Maya's mother? Why would she bring her up now? And now then. Looks like we gathered everything we could. All we have to do is win tomorrow. Everything will become apparent then. Right, Chief. We won't lose. To be continued. In a few seconds. I was thinking I was gonna be more stumped on these psych logs. Granted, they still doing me the giant loop and everything, but progress. Break time. Now we've only been live for like roughly an hour, not counting tech mishaps. But I will take a sip of water. Right. June 22nd, 9:51 a.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 3. Also ball plays. Oh, we're running out of water at this rate. But you know, hydrated streamer, probably a good thing considering the voice acting. Nick? Yeah. Did you know about Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me? Yeah. Why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. But the water's good for you. It is true. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time by herself, and she's still grown up. And I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And you look at me and, well... I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in the murder trial, again. Actually, no. Actually, no, yes, because they thought Maya, without spoiling previous game, there was a case related to her somewhere in the first game. It may have evolved past you, man. But I think you're really strong too, Matt, for all you've gone through. Good morning. And on the tube, you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Daddy? What do you mean? My mother's coming today to show her support. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Yeah. I guess I really just, I just felt like I just genuinely felt bad for Maya. Hey, Pearls. Yes, Mr. Nick? BT, could you do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to stay in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. Don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, it is enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly, not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll lead it to you two to your own time. She's too innocent. It's just like, Nautica from also the gasp. I was gonna say it's just like Nautica and Persona 4, just too innocent to really. Hold on.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Alright, I'm back. I may have had to get some more water because I realize I'm running out. Right. I was saying. I'll throw, please. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those days. I forgot to throw the trash out now. I had other reasons why, but mostly just water. Right. Nick? Alright, this way pros won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? June 22nd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. What's this now in session for the trial of Maya Fey? Defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over here, the world. All the world, huh? Sound like you made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Gotta see you in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true what they say. Women really are scared when they fight. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the challenge chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key in the challenge chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. I'd be worried Von Karma as Phoenix had thrown her Von Karma. I mean, there's enough reason to understand why she's pissed at us to begin with, so. Alright, let's hear it. Prosecutor's defense has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of the arrest, The defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. Donnie? But Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I'm saying is that my Faye, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe this is when she dropped the key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Faye, to the stand. Just as I suspected. And Morgan. Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this. Witness, name and occupation. Name is Morgan Faye. I'm a spirit medium in a matter of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean in a matter of speaking? I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I prefer the spirit surgery technique on missing Maya then. Keyword, yeah, trouble. Considering that oh my bad. Considering that Francesca just waved at everyone, including us. A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world, that is. Yes, that is. You, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? It's only a matter, and then we never heard from Bald again. That is correct. For Francisca has learned the whip to use the whip on chat. I won't say go further to that. Well, no world could have. Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. And Nani? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Faye, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the challenge chamber. Order. Miss Faye, please testify to the score what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. Maya's escape. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door and opened and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. And then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right, she's simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix, right? Why is she always making a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Knight, your cross-examination, please. That's a very smart and sly person. It'll be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Isn't it 75 attack to equip? No. No, actually 75 attack, isn't it, to equip the Pistol Whip in Old School? Also, when in doubt, press. Just now you said those two. I'm assuming you mean us, right? Lotto's not a foreigner despite how she talks. Maybe I'll take it the attachment or artistry. Oh, it says so. Sorry. I simply cannot understand her atrocious English, not to mention she looked awful. Oh, they're great to see people in the heart and great for Wright. In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. Was it really necessary to have two people do something as simple as calling the police? If there was a possibility to escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that's a very good point. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another. Another what, ma'am? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I heard the end of that sentence. There was another reason he wanted both of us out of that room. Wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of that room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. Yeah? The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Faye. It's bad not people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Since you caught us napping, that's my ad for you. During our investigation, you say that you struck the defendant in the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by the statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. Yeah? Why would you lie about something like that? It's very painful for me to say this, however. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? Hold it. So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes, it was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. I mean, she did, but at the same time, Lala took two pictures, so. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? Wait, pray tell, did she? This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what have happened. Do I know what that unexpected thing was? There was always later. Yes, very well. I just kind of felt like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit such a thing, however, yes. But you're physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix, right? What about this picture? But right at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Right? Do I know such a mysterious thing? Trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. So if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have, however. You fainted? I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? Not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps. And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time? Abby, witness, please elaborate on a point for us. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Right, now what? So, while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. That's true. Then how could you know for sure the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? And now that you mention it, I had to wonder myself. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this, but the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve, that's what. Like Miss Karma's ready to move on to her next witness. That's enough. But from what I could tell, there's something wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. This isn't gonna come back and bite us in the butt. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Yes. We're all in danger when it comes to Francisca. And now then, what has the escapee has done? What the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone? I can think of a good idea who. Prosecutor calls Miss Eenie Miney, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Eenie Miney? I think you can see where this is headed. Also, there should be a witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Eenie Miney. Now, as per usual, Von Karma does what Von Karma does best: denies any possibility of cross-examining anyone of any consequence until she gets annoyed at us enough to crack, I guess. But the answer is no. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university. What's parapsychology? Let's see. It's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff. Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what this means. I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Miney. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is that correct? Like, I guess? If that's the case, then let's hear the testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. For the love of all good deeds good, Your Honor, have some spine, for my sake. Oh, good thing I got the water case. I'm probably gonna need it. Like when the challenge started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Like a little later, someone came in the room like really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I like hadn't seen her in like so long. I was so happy in like a sad way. My sister, she like told me something like totally horrible. Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person I answered was your sister? Don't you mean to defend my affair? Really now, Your Honor. Myers Bay was still in the middle of channeling at that time. Are you saying the spirit was a spirit of this witness's sister? Yes, Mimi Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... Witness? Like, yeah? No. Maya was channeling this person, Mimi Miney, who died a year ago, who is the nurse of the now deceased Dr. Gray. Eni is Mimi's sister. So the answer is no. Maya and Mimi are not connected. She was just channeling her spirit. In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course. Miss Miney, please. There's too many people to connect. Too many dots. But my sister, like, this is what she said to me. I was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Eni? I took her revenge? Also, the person that was in that cutscene, that was Eni, apparently, as we found out from our clinical visit yesterday. Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use this medium to get revenge. It's a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimony points to this as the truth. The end. Well, what do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. Yes. Testimony just now. Was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Yeah, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find out one loose thread and wind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. Believe that cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool sprouts on more foolishly foolish drabble. Why don't you make this one more entertaining than the last? I mean, there is a lot of sister dimensions. There's Maya's sister Mia, Mimi's sister Eni, and there's too many again dots on board. Where are they? Was that because of your sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I think there was sesame seeds like in the lunch they served that day. I had this like premonition I was gonna it was gonna totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. I really want to miss the boat here. Anyway, so you're taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? Do you know the time? Like maybe a little before 11 a.m. Something like that, I think. 11 a.m. Yeah, like my stomach totally wasn't ready for like food. Yeah. No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant what time was it when that someone came to your room. Also, like, that's what you meant. Like, should have been like more clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. Like, it's really. Like question mark. That's it. Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So like, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Witness about this person entered a side room. Are you absolutely sure? I guess. You guess. Was it or was it not your sister who answered? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. Wait, first off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. Warren actually managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Knight. Defense rests. That was a colossal waste of our time. You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react they were surprised at seeing a dead loved one alive again? But like, if it was like someone who didn't know about like the occult, but I like knew all about the current channeling technique. The point is, the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like what she said. Of course not. So you really didn't think anything strange at the whole encounter? You know, like there wasn't any reason for me to like think anything was strange. But don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase objection? You try using that once in a while. Mr. Knight. Especially what the witness felt when she saw her sister. Is it really unimportant? Yes. It's very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I gotta bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Knight. Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. I have sus. My mind's taking suspicious thoughts. So there was something at all about your sister's appearance? Like, yeah, nothing was like weird. She's talking to herself like she's found something wrong. Impossible. Blue Badger theme, no. I want to forever purge that theme out of my mind, but I know I will never hear the end of it. I want to hear what this is, and then I'll eat evidence, I guess. Actually, no. I don't need to hear it again. I forgot because that's what started the cussing in the first place. Right. No. Objection. That was a very well spun lie, Miss Jeannie. That exclamation point. What are you battling about this time, Mr. Phoenix, right? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Mighty, I remind you what you said. You said there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, and? But I don't think that's what you're thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. Oh, so Night Rebel. I would think that even you would be surprised someone appeared before you like this. Blood spray. Miss Miney, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? You're really testifying, not lying. You would have noted it right off the bat. Order. Miss Miney, what's the meaning of this? Miss Miney? I'm thinking, don't interrupt me. And what were you staring about, Your Honor? Well, witness. Personality did a complete 180 there. People do not want to get on the stand now. So well, calm yourself, witness. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to snap. Hurry up with the testimony. If you please. The judge still looks a little shaken up on how he's gonna be. After the murder, part 2. Electric Boogaloo. The side room was kind of dark, you know? So the costume is purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I persuaded my sister it wasn't right to do something like that. And then I took my sister to the challenge chamber. Yes, now I see. And you've given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood? You think? Thanks, Scraps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Knight? Right, I guess not. Very well, you may question a witness. Really, because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. That's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Miney's? You're such a hopeless cause. Witness me, feel free to ignore that trite little man. Okay. Can't breathe. Just let me out of here. You didn't see the blood? Yeah. But she must have had a gun for it at that time as well. And that's, I Are you guys telling me next you didn't notice the gun earlier? Either? I like totally didn't. All I was looking at was like her face. Continue. And what was your sister, Miss Mighty, Mimi Mighty, like at the time? Well, she was like totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think like she knew. She like said she did something really bad. The answer probably all of it, honestly. And like she said she wanted me to like go apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi Spirit really say all that to you? Like, yeah. Was your sister calm by the time? Like, I guess so. I guess maybe like taking her advantage of the Gray like made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix, right? Sooner the better. She says with a whip at the ready. And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the challenge chamber, you know? And actually, one more thing, Miss Mighty. Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Like, what do you mean? When you're going to the crime scene? Like when you're going to the challenge chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I like totally can't. It's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Light, that there was that whether or not there was something on the way to the challenge chamber is all that important? Of course. I asked because it's very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well. Miss Mighty, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but okay. I think I know what to eat in a hot second. Or a person in this case. Objection. You say I didn't see anyone on the way to the challenge chamber. However, that's impossible. Like, what do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Spay's daughter, Pearl Frey. Interesting. You have a semi-intelligent look in your face, so... What about this child? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. Garden? Yep. Which means anyone walking to the area would have had to seen her. Would have to have seen her. So, Miss Mighty, what do you have to say to that? Also, that was creepy. That was a creepy reaction. As the court can see, she's a bit up in her head. Also, she was leading her sister at the time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous. Objection. It's not preposterous and I can prove it. What sort of foolish... There is no way someone walking along the winding way could not have noticed Pearl. Take that. This urn is my proof. An old cracked plate pot? What's that gonna prove? Do you know why it's cracked? Because Pearl broke it, that's why. She broke the urn? Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? This urn was broken around the time the challenge started. Ah. And Pearl was the one who put it back together. While sitting right in the middle of the winding way. Nani? Miss Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. Things have officially proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar. You're so nice, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was like sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she? Of course not. Your lie ends here. What do you? The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible because there's clearly a contradiction there. In her testimony? Earlier in her testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement. And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the challenge chamber, you know? It's true at the time both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So, like, what does that got to do anything? It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know the fact? How? I can see that Miss Faye was the only person in the challenge chamber. However, someone was asleep in the side room. Could not have known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did in fact go to the challenge chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way. But look at the minor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the challenge chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yeah, that's right, Your Honor, which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question. Of course. Then that's a question off a basis assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since he pulled he put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix, right? Might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Right. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Miney. so now's the time to prove it. Okay, I should probably say because I probably have no idea what I'm thinking. In the challenge chamber? Miss Mighty was here, of course. But that's the challenge chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? And that's right. Miss Mighty was at the scene of the crime. Order. That's... Why that's... Mr. Finnegan's right. Have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the challenge started. Yes, that's correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Light. It's simple. Miss Eenie Mighty was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? I have an idea. I'm gonna run with it. Because we did find something very important. Here, of course. Behind the folding screen. Let me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. Wait. Bad words. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind the folding screen. See that? Oh, it sees that face. Also that hat. Or what they call it, that thing, but that thing has seen better days now. I played so quick to pin on me, Steinball. And now, it's tiny. As young as you shouldn't be saying. Shut it, Gramps. As if you know exactly how old I am. I'm sorry. So the pie's about to burst. Guess I should help her along. Take that. And Miss Mighty, how were you able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. That tiny little box? A person could fit in that. Sorry, but your theory's already been disproved. Law disproved you when she was hiding from me in it. That cloning box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right, I was sleeping there, so I should know. That cloning box was there in the side room the whole time. Mr. Light? Of course I can prove it. There's a big glaring inconsistency in this box. And now I present the piece of evidence that will prove this cloning box was at the scene of the crime. Ergo, phone screen. Take that. Take a look at this cloning box. So stupid, Baka. As if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. This is... what on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? Folding screen? It had a hole the same height. That's right. I hope it has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the cloning box was sitting behind the folding screen. Which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. And Miss Mighty, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Order. So what you're saying? And then, Mr. Phoenix, right? What about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo? Is Miss Eeny Miny? That's exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eeny Miny, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had a plan from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No, stop. Can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretending to be a defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do that all by herself. I'm sure it's possible if you were to try. Ow. I don't want to hear if. If you're gonna give me if, then show me some proof along with it. Where did Eeny Meeny get the costume then? How about the wig? We're not talking about that exact point. I meant people, humans. If we want to do something bad enough, then that's enough. Beyond simply proposing that it's impossible for one person to commit this crime, do you need a lawyer to back up his or her claims? If you can't do that, then your proposition falls flat. Yeah, it totally falls flat. Why do you have to hurt me so? It's alright, Phoenix. Yeah? It is impossible for one person to commit this crime, but it's right. It really is impossible. For one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow. Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait. Miss Von Karma, he said it was not possible for one person, correct? It can't be serious. Miss Miney, you had it accomplished. It's obviously herself. Now, take that. This person. If it wasn't someone from Curran Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fae household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Fae? Is that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to that, Miss Mighty? You shot Dr. Gray with your own two hands. Do you deny it? Also, the sound of a hat being devoured, or whatever that headpiece Eeny has. I think this is what really happened. The murderer planned herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a being's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the challenge started, and the ritual of the streamer having to drink water has started as well. The murderer crept silently toward the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. And then she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside the cloning box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that's why the hole in the phone screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room? Yes. Gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the challenge chamber. Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. And pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fay chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. What is that? Laughing at a time like this? Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time? Ms. Von Karma? Surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Mr. Phoenix writes, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. That is... if this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? And Nani? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well, that's... yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, yeah. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Edie Mighty want to kill Dr. Gray? Where's her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, I don't have a motive. Motive? I can't say she has no motive here. Think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? I mean, this feels more obvious than the other ones. Take that. Yeah. Just that you boring facile answers, Phoenix, right? It's great. Now even she's calling me by a full name. Calling me by my full name. You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes. Because through that accident you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid, Baka. No one has proved that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? Seeing how stupid Gramps. I'm like going to explain, so like, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I like wanted revenge, then like I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, like the guy that totally thought the spirit thing was like Dr. Gray. It was like a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know? Ah, great, now she's back to her scatterbrain persona. However, ow! Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix, right? You fail to support your own theory. The end. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Miney has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. Tis. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should totally learn your words. You should really learn your place. Nani? What just happened? I thought I had her for sure. See, like, it's just like I, told you. I hope you like your slice of humble pie. Very well. I will now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Edie Mighty. Hold it. Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute. Alright. Can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Yeah? Yes, it does sound like a ridiculous messed up plan for murder. But, you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it's also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time us up, Mr. Wright. Okay, I should probably save because I'm probably about to think about this. To be fair, all the way, it probably took over 3 minutes at a time. I don't know what's worse with this Von Karma, all the roundabout ways of me having to eat evidence, or just all the interruptions that make me have to do this in the first place. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Mighty had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide a reason? Really? Serious? Yes? Not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Mighty had a motive. Too bad, you're too late. Cross-examination is already ended after all. Hey. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Nani? You're supposed to be on my side. Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I would knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness, so help me, I will throw you out my way. Throw you out of my way. No way. Oh, this is probably what I should save then. Very well. The record with or intermission. But we'll take a 5-minute recess. We will continue cross-examination after we reconvene. Okay, wait up. We can probably squeeze this in, maybe. But to be continued, I guess, right now. At least I hope so. June 22nd, 12:04 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 3. Is it really true about my aunt? I'm afraid so, man. There's no way Enid could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan. It's terrible. Like, Why would she more? Why would my aunt? Everything's going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. This is fun karma? Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do about what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation. Get down on me, even though we're the same age. Ain't done yet. You caused me enough pain and suffering. Especially the first part. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is. June 22nd, 12:10 p.m. Back to quarter number 2. I didn't think she'd come over just to glow at us, but I shouldn't be surprised. Order now reconvene, Mr. Knight. Yes, Your Honor. Can you prove Miss Eeny Mighty had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Eeny Mighty and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection. That's a car accident a year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Mighty, please testify to this court about your car accident last year. Huh? I thought, like, you wanted to, like, ask about my, like, motive. I, like, don't see the point in, like, bringing up the past. Miss Mighty, if you please. Okay, like, I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... Last year's accident? That was like last year in May. Like, something really bad happened at like my sister's clinic around then. And like the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. I was like totally pooped too, so like fell asleep in the passenger seat. I like woke up because of a jolt and like it was a sea of flames around me. I like opened the door and like got away. I think I've heard of this accident. It was all the talk of the tabloid shows day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. Those are merely rumors, totally baseless gossip. Yes, Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Mighty's sister. Right, which means I need to work this from another angle. Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then? Yeah, that was like in May too. Like the thing with all the patients dying was like May 2nd. And like our accident was like on the 24th. The accident's back to back. You think it's just a coincidence? My sis was like totally tired, so that's why, duh. That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct? Like, yeah. What was the cause of the mistake? Like, I heard it was because the medicines, like, got mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister and maybe Mighty? Like, no way. That's a great, like, why to blame on my sis? Accident has nothing to do with her murder here. Besides, the police have already documented that it was entirely Mimi Mighty's fault. I mean, as far as words, which means as far as the real facts are concerned, maybe mine is the only one who made the mistake. But like, it really wasn't my sis. She was totally tired, you mean exhausted? Like, she had to talk to the police and like was being investigated like every day. It was like a totally terrible situation. No wonder the car accident happened now. So then, why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True, true. But like, I don't have a driver's license. Seems to me, I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Miney. Oh, I think I know what I have to eat. I should probably press regardless, so just to double check. Did an accident happen at night, correct? Yeah, like it was like at like 1 AM or so, I think. I had like a paper due like really soon. But, like I hadn't slept and was working like really hard. So it's because the two of you were so tired this accident happened. Okay, maybe not. This is gonna be a whole thing where Edie's secretly memeing all that stuff. I'm not sure. My mind keeps thinking like what the creepy dude with the gold tube said about her being so injured. About Edie being so injured, but I don't know. I didn't see her. Car was like totally black and there was like a ton of smoke. I like totally had like no clue what's going on. Okay, tell about your escape in more detail. I like kept wanting to forget that time. So like I don't remember things about the accident in like detail anymore. Well, it's alright. No need to push yourself. I think I like gave an interview after the accident. After that article, I've already got it. I feel like this is where I need to get the license I just got, I think. Objection. Because she had a license. Miss Miney, that was a lame lie just now. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Miney? That's right. Yeah, I had like a license, but I didn't get it till after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. Nani, what are you talking about? That perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. Ow. No one cares. When did you receive your driver's license? Like last November? Nani? November? The accident happened last May. That's a half-year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Nani? What in the... That's what happened, Mr. Wright? At the time of the accident, Miss May did not have a driver's license. Of course. Cry my whip will accommodate. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her driver could not switch drivers. I'm like glad you get it, but even if I had my license, I like don't think my sis would have like let me drive. You're just stand there humming to yourself. Not you too, Mia. With the whip and the pain and the ow. Miss Mighty, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? Yeah, that's because I think the situation calls for more detailed testimony. Miss Mighty, if you please. Yeah, like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry, didn't mean to be mean. I wouldn't be allowed. Like, around that time I was like really close to getting my license. My sis was like this totally big fan of cars and like really valued them. She like had just gotten this really shiny bright red sports car. She like would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive a car, like duh. So like that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night too. I see. A bright red car for sports. Defense big question to witness. Very knowledgeable about cars, but so what do you mean by really close? Like I had one of those permit things? I think that's what they're called. Permit. Oh, the big name lawyer doesn't know what a driver's permit is? Well, this lawyer never had a permit. Ignorance is to be whipped. This whiffer. All she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense. So, like, may I continue? She valued cars? How much would you say she valued her car? Well, like, she flipped out of, like, a drop of rain. And, like, she wouldn't notice if someone, like, touched the car with dirty hands. In that case, my bar taking the car out of the garage, even. Why she takes such special care of the car? How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car. A new car? Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer? I would think that cars getting dirty is just another fact of life, but I guess people who really love cars think otherwise. Phoenix tries to ask you something of more significance, alright? Well, Miss Smiley, what kind of car was it? It was a new car. Yeah. Yeah, I like gotten it. It was like from the UK. The UK, where those are boyfriend's initials? And it was a really special car model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. Really doesn't know anything about cars. But I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor? Yes? Please have the witness append what you just said to her testimony. You mean the part about it being a special import car? Yes. Well, if you like cars that much, then it's not my point. Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Miss Tiny, would you please fix your testimony? Sure, whatever. I yelled hold it pretty forcefully, but don't actually know what to ask about cars. I'm supposed to pick as a sport topic. Let's start with this. Why are British cars good? Like, huh? They're expensive and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the States. It would seem there's no benefit to owning one. Like, huh? This whole steering wheel on the right side thing, it's kind of goofy, isn't it? You? What do you know? Forgive me? Man, a person that really changed at the drop of a hat. It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradictions behind this case. Was your sister good at driving? She was like totally awesome. She like said she was going to be the like racing queen of the nursing world. Somehow I think that she moved my question off track again. And that's when the accident occurred, right? Like, yeah, like immediately reached for the passenger side door. And then, like, in a daze. Sounds like it had a terrifying time. There's something very big here. Gonna be hard to break apart such a naturally sound testimony. You have to attack it. By doing so, a flaw will show itself. It has to. So I'm assuming it has to be this then. Yeah, it has to be this, right? Objection. Miss Miney, do you remember this article? Like, ... question mark? It's an article about the accident. He has said this in it. But I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat, the left or the right? Why, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left side. That would be if it was an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car. Opposite? The two of them are running in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be on the left side. What do you mean by this? Miss Miney, you said that you had escaped using the right side door. But if you were sitting there, then that would mean you're in the driver's seat. Ordered court? Order? Or how? Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Eni said the person who was driving was her older sister, Minnie. That is what Eni said, yes, but that's where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix? It's like he finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eenie or Miney? Who was really driving at night? The answer is Eenie Miney, of course. Why would you say that? Miss Eenie Miney just says so herself in her testimony. She said that she escaped the car from the right side door, which would have been where the driver's seat was. My client feels sorry for a foolish fool who foolishly spends his time foolishly. At that time, Miss Eenie Miney had not yet received a driver's license. And that's why the accident happened. What if Phoenix? Looks like you still don't see the real truth behind the accident. The real truth? Think outside the box. Isn't that what we always say? No. Or at least I'm not punished for getting it backwards. The answer is the one person who had a driver's license, Mimi Mighty. After all, it makes her the only person who could legally drive. Miss Eenie Mighty is the one driver's seat. Which leads us to the next question. The next question? Who's the person standing at the witness stand right now? What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? His witness name is... Also, Jeebus, that's a big penalty if I mess this up. I think I have an idea. It's the only thing that makes sense, so I'm hoping this is right for my own sake. Because that's the only thing I could legitimately think of. It's obviously Pearl now. And if I'm not right, then I'm screwed. Take that. Mimi Miney. That's your real name. Of all the foolish dribble. And how do you explain her appearance? This witness has severe facial burns when she was admitted to the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is a picture she gave to her doctor at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. But Miami Minnie, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. Then the body they found at the crash site? That was the body of the real Eenie Miney. Isn't that right, Miss Mighty Minnie? Man, she is pissed. That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Eenie Miney. Her sister Mimi then saw her face and was reborn as Eenie. With this, she effectively erased Mighty Minnie from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure you can see now why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray. What are you... Ow! What's the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Miami Minnie. I mean, my guess I had was The fact that she got royally injured, and that's the only thing I could think of, and again, logic thrown out the window sometimes. Sometimes it just fits. However, that would not have been possible because Mighty Minnie was still in fact alive. And she's right in front of us. Oh. Hooray, a prize of more water in my system. Joy. And that fact would have been discovered had a challenge been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Before the challenge, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. Miss Maini? I mean, Miss Van Owl. Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right, I admit it. My real name is Mimi Miney. Quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. So close to finally ditching Mimi too. So close. But why? Why would you go so far as to throw it away yourself? To become your own sister? I think I understand why. Mimi Miney wanted her old self to disappear because of that. That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Miney. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mighty Minnie had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. Timing could have been worse. 14 patients dying in the incident and their own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. Found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable. Land beyond my wildest imagination. That jerk. If only he had thought of that. If only he had thought that challenge Bumble Jumbo. Bumble Jumbo. Ini has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it. I hate it all. I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as why did Miss Miney choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear. The innocence of the defendant by a Fay? This is preposterous. I'm perfect. Me, Francisco Von Karma. Well, I'm gonna enjoy the news tonight, Miss Von Karma. How about you? It's gonna be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Ow. Ow. pain everywhere. And one more for good measure. Call it ambulance, it's probably for me. Oh. I was joking, game. Phoenix? Hanging there? Phoenix? Phoenix! This quote is a fraud. A sham. And Phoenix's dad, rip. That's it. That's it. That's the end of the trilogy. That's the Steam game title says. It looks like there'll be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness and all the hospital ambulance gets called for him, possibly. So I will just go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. I was hoping I would have to make call it ambulance, not for me, sort of thing. But I didn't think it'd be for Phoenix this time. Right, June 22nd, 3:13 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 3. Congratulations, Maya. Sis? Aww. It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis? Sis? I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. Really bad dream. You know, sis? In my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside a clothing box, right? A box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. There's still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi might have planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lana would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a murder. She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh? Nick. Oh, congrats, Maya. Thanks. Looks like you bailed me out of yet another jam. Well, you know. But really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sis, and now my aunt. Hey Nick, tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help minding meeting with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick. Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer. The reason Morgan helped me with the plan. Do I even have an answer for that? I mean, I assume I have to, right? Grace and Morgan helped me move her plan. Oh yeah, there is technically a reason. But earn? I don't get it. Yeah, me neither. Even I don't really know why Morgan cooperated with meeting Mighty. Look, this whole thing's over with now, so that's well in the past, okay? Yeah, thanks, Nick. I still don't answer this one. I'm just as confused as the situation as she is, so thanks. I mean, I'm assuming that's a real reason, the whole, my thoughts is the whole branch family and the main family. Oh, I know what I could have yeeted. It would have been Pearl probably, because Morgan probably wanted Pearl to inherit the technique. We'll revisit that in a second. But for now, unknown date, unknown time, detention center, solitary confinement cell 13. My precious Pearl. You're the only one suitable to be the master of Kurin, dear child. Sacrifice it all for you. Help that brainless nurse carry out a murder. Cooperate with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying witness-made family girl. That Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. Chance will present itself. Your time will come. Episode 2, Reunion Turnabout, the end. Right, I am gonna save and I'm gonna not get dragged to episode 3. I just wanted to see what happens if I say Pearl. But I know if I continue, it's gonna go into the next episode / case, so I'm gonna say we are gonna conveniently exit. We know what episode 3 is about. Now reopen the game. Considering it's 12:30, I think I'll leave episode 3 for the next session.